And hello, Shrewsbury. And thank you for joining us here at Shrewsbury Media Connections coverage, live coverage of the Spirit of Shrewsbury Parade. And this is a very exciting event for all of Shrewsbury, capping off the close of festivities here for the Spirit of Shrewsbury, another absolutely fabulous festival that we've had going here. My name is Melanie Arisi, and I'm here with Judy Polito and Nick Tedesco. And Judy and Nick, it looks like it's going to be just another great parade, probably the biggest parade this town has ever seen.
Yeah, with the weather being the way it is, I'm sure the town is really going to turn out for this. I mean, standing where we are, there's going to be
I can't even
well
guess.
over 1,000 people here.
I would
anyways.
think so. I would think you're probably right. And what a gorgeous day. We couldn't ask for more perfect weather.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's that time of year, fall season, and the Spirit of Shrewsbury always is in the fall festival. I mean, this is
5
great.
years now, and
Great.
it certainly does seem to be alive and kicking. And as we can see, we have very special event. The Shriners are here for Shrewsbury, and we have Colonel Mike Siegel, who is going to be telling us all about the Shriner portion of the parade. Take it away, Colonel.
Thank you. Aleppo Temple number 13. We started 119 years ago. The first unit is the banner carried by 2 members of our Temple Guard unit. Our mounted patrol under the command of Captain Ray G. McCracken. They have been in existence for 77 years now. Oh, that's a little clearer now. Smile, guys.
While we're watching what's going on,
Potentate of Aleppo Temple, illustrious Richard E. Johnson. He is a resident of Northborough, and he has a Goodyear store on Route 9. The dive band of Aleppo Temple. Chief of band, Robert F. Green Sr. Assistant of band, Robert D. Levinson. High priest and prophet, Peter K. Stone. Oriental guide, Jeffrey B. Hodgson. Our appointed officers. Chief of Staff, Chester C. Parrish. Uniform Unit Staff, under command of Colonel Charles F. Rivers, Sr. Our Air Patrol. Oriental Bands. Director, Charlie H. Sally. Robert M. Carlton. Temple Guard under the command of Captain Jackson W. Ward. Legion of Honor, under command of John C. Bowling. And now some of the senior members of our Legion of Honor. Our Fire Brigade, under the command of Captain Chief Wesley C. Tucker. Lieutenant. Our newest unit, under the motor cars under the command of Captain James Blair. Here's our tallest Shriner, Al Leppo, Steve Dalrymple. Director staff, Director Larry C. Newton. Brass band, bandmaster B. Robert Bosch. The Shriners have 19 children's hospitals, 3 burns hospitals, and 1 hospital that's combined. Aleppo Motor Patrol, under Commander Philip Hump. And that is a model of our burns hospital right behind the Mass General in Boston. These guys go all over the country and compete, and we have won numerous prizes. They are replicas of 1901 Oldsmobiles.
While we're waiting for what's coming next, Colonel, perhaps we could talk just a little bit about all the amazing work that the Shriners do.
All our different hospitals, like I said, 19 regular hospitals, 1 spinal cord and burns hospital, and 3 regular burns hospitals.
And you people donate your time and your energy and your efforts just
And the
to
money.
help, and the money.
And the money. We take no money from city, state, federal, or insurance.
So important for people to know that you men are out
Any
there just...
child up to 18 years old.
That's right. You're out there just working and playing for them.
And our famous motto, no man stands so tall as one who stoops to help a child in need.
A beautiful statement.
Our medical corps, under command of Captain Jack Smith, some of our burns hospitals, vehicles, these vehicles are used to transport the kids from the Shriners Hospital in Boston or the Springfield Children's Hospital, all over. And now the first colonial unit in the United States enshrined them. Our Aleppo Minutemen, under command of Captain Robert T. Very. That's only single rounds. They got 2 and 3 rounds. Load on and go. Another one of our hospital vans. And now our ragtop unit under command of Captain Bruce R. Dickey. All antique automobiles. Hey, Lieutenant, smile. Those are the makeout cars. You know, we were kids, those are the makeout cars. Nope. Yep. When you see the trailers, there's a couple of trailers coming. This is our pipe band under the director David T. Wright. Oh, keep coming. The trailer's not even here yet. Another 5-6 minutes or so. We just keep on going. And now our motorcycle unit under Captain Gerald C. Wentworth. These guys have won prizes all over the United States and international competition. Just relax, they'll go. And also today we have from Worcester, the Shrewsbury Club from Worcester, with their new unit mini cars. Captain James Blair. And the van from the Shrine Club of Central Massachusetts. We got a Shrine Club. We got a shrine in Springfield, Belhad Temple. There's two in Massachusetts. Aleppo's in Boston, Wilmington, and Melha's in Springfield. And we have a hospital in Springfield and one in Boston. And now for the kids. The Aleppo Clowns, Boss Clown David P. Newcomb. They've been clowning around for 40 years.
Well,
That is our clowns.
and while we're watching those wonderful clowns, I want to take a moment to remind everybody that local here in Shrewsbury, that Carl Larson, part of the Worcester contingent, passed by us. We wanted to say hi to Carl.
Hey, clown! Oh, here comes that. Hey, Smiley! Hey, hi, Tower. And now coming is the most important unit. Transportation Unit under command of Captain Winston C. Snook. These guys take our equipment all over the United States and all over the area. Try again next time. There's no horn on that. Hey. And that was the Aleppo Shriners from Wilmington, Mass.
Well, thank you, Colonel Seavey, so much, and to the Shriners for that just wonderful job, and for bringing your wonderful Shriners here to Shrewsbury for our festival. What a great job, and how the crowd really enjoyed them. And as the Shriners continue on down, we'll say again hello from Melanie, Judy, and Nick as we go on with the next portion of our parade. And also the 275th anniversary of the town, which is so exciting.
Well, the 275th committee ought to be commended.
I think
They've done
everyone
a
should be.
wonderful job, and also the Fall Festival Committee. Everybody worked very hard, and I'm so happy to see everyone here. It's just a wonderful turnout.
It is a wonderful turnout, and you're right, absolutely. Everybody from the committees need to be just given so much praise, yourself included. I know how hard and tirelessly you all work. You start, it seems, almost the day after the parade ends.
We have a meeting a couple of days after the parade ends, and we just start the following year.
Oh my goodness.
Well, we've got a lot to talk about as everyone is coming right behind the Aleppo parade. So Nick and Melanie, I'll let you do the honors for a while.
Well, it looks like we
okay.
got right now going past us the town of Shrewsbury's fire department. We've got, I don't know what truck number that was that went by first, but the old Quinsigamond fire engine that being hauled behind one of the new pickup trucks.
Okay.
I think that's what the oldest fire engine in Shrewsbury, and another one here. What's it say on it? Fountain? Is that what it says? I believe.
And you know, as wonderful as they are, and how grateful everybody back then was to have them, I'm so glad that we have this wonderful engine that's rolling by behind it instead.
My
And,
family is related to the fire department. I have my Uncle Bruce Card was the captain in the Shrewsbury Fire Department, and his son Bruce Jr. is still with the fire department right now.
And how grateful we all are to have them in all the fire and police services in town, how grateful we all are and how important we know they are. Just as we were watching the fire truck go by, there was a hovercraft, it looks like, that was on the back of that, and I haven't seen that before. I don't know about you, Nick or Judy.
Yeah, they've run some, I've been seeing, in fact, on SPAC, Mark Serra had worked with the fire department to actually do a special on the hovercraft down at Lake Winsigamen, and I believe it was Mark. I can't think of his last name. It'll come to me after we pass this, but
Of course.
but they did some drills down there, and they showed how it runs from going from land into the water and how well that works, and it's definitely going to benefit Shrewsbury.
Absolutely, and it looks so interesting. I'm going to have to go and find the bit of that tape and have Mark show it to me, because that's very interesting.
I can see coming up now with the Worcester Fire Brigade, the pipes and drums. The band is made up of all Worcester firefighters from local 109 antique fire trucks and a 1964 Maxim pumper, a former first line with the Worcester Fire Department. And we are so happy to have them here. We have wanted them to come in the past, and they're in demand, as you can see.
As you can tell,
it's
why.
wonderful to see it. Everyone is so excited to have them, and
I
we
too.
welcome here.
I love pipe and drum bands. I think they're the best. I could be wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, they might have played at the Burkett Welcome Home. I don't know if you happen to. I think they may have.
City Hall.
They just sound magnificent.
Very well represented by the Worcester Fire Brigade, and again, we're happy to have them.
Oh, absolutely! What a special portion of the parade.
Looks like we have a color guard marching along. It looks like the mounted horsemen. This is a color guard representative of the Shrewsbury Police Department. It's passing right now.
Yes, there's Chief Wayne Sampson waving to the crowd.
Well, we're honored to have them represent us in the town. They do such a fine job. We're very fortunate in Shrewsbury.
The
We
Shrewsbury
are very
Police
fortunate
Department.
in Shrewsbury.
And that firefighter that I couldn't remember his name was Mark Mann. Sorry, Mark.
But you remembered him, and that's great, Nick. If I'm not mistaken, what's going by might be one of those wonderful speed traps that we love to see on Shrewsbury Road.
And then we have the crime scene services for the Regional Drug and Task Force, which is very important.
And it is, of course, important for us to all remember not to speed through Shrewsbury.
We have the Board of Selectmen coming by with Tom Fiore as our chairman, along with Mo DiPaolo, Bruce Card, Phil Hammond, John LeBeau.
Guy
And,
Glotus is at
I
the front,
see
and
Senator Guy Glotus, and I see District Attorney John Conti leading the contingency.
and our town manager Dan Magardo bringing up the rear.
Almost forgot Dan. Sorry about that, Dan. At Council on Aging, we see Sharon Yeager and, of course, Mr. Concordia, who's done a lot of work for us, too. And we have a wonderful contingency from the Shrewsbury Senior Center and an old car that we have.
And while these wonderful representatives from the Shrewsbury Senior Center are passing, this might be a good time to tell you, if you didn't already know, that we have a song now for Shrewsbury. We have a song called All Around the Town, words and music by Gary Ivory O'Neill. And if you're interested in taking a listen to this CD, you can visit www.spiritofshrewsbury.com.
Now, it looks like you have the words there. Maybe you want to sing us a verse.
I'd be just delighted to once the cameras and the mics have been turned off.
And we have the town crier coming by, waving to us. I see Mr. Scavone, and he usually rides around in his old car, but today he's walking the parade as the town crier. Oh, and the Knights of Columbus, they do such a wonderful job here in the town.
And have great uniforms.
Yes, they do. The Knights of Columbus have always been long supporter of the special needs. They sponsor all the athletics events that they have, the soccer, the baseball, basketball, softball, and all of this is done through volunteer efforts, which Nick and I were talking about before.
Right. Just for an example, every Thanksgiving Day, they have been for years supporting the Shrewsbury High football team with trophies and presentations done at the conclusion of the game at a time when there was no gridiron club at Shrewsbury High School to do that. So a lot of thanks go out to that, especially in the memory of Ray Peroni, who started that. So thanks a lot, KFC.
Okay. And this is the special needs unit that is coming up now to us, and this is a wonderful example of what the KSC does.
It's just such another wonderful example of what the spirit of Shrewsbury is all about. Coming together and helping your community, doing what needs to be done.
I just wish they'd throw me one of those Tootsie Rolls that they're handing out. You got to put a nickel in the can, I think.
It looks like coming into view is the Exchange Club of the Tri-Town. And they're going to be passing out American flags for the parade route, which is very nice of them. There's an antique fire truck owned by Mike Trotto. It was actually a fire truck that was used in the town of Shrewsbury. And the Exchange Club of the Tri-Towns is a community service organization in the towns of Shrewsbury, Northborough, and Westborough. The national focus of the Exchange Club is child abuse prevention. The president of the Exchange Club is Maria Smith. And many current projects are in service, like Project Alarm in the towns of Westborough, Shrewsbury, and Northborough.
This is a very original float. And this is all done with all the children, and it's grease. And I think all the kids can do that.
Yeah, I think they're doing a great job.
I can see a number of the antiques coming through now. A lot of these look like they spent some time over at Hebert Candy Mansion that they have on a Thursday.
Chevy, that's beautiful.
It's just plain gorgeous. I believe they're called the Shrewsbury Street Rods. Folks that spend a lot of Saturdays polishing it, looks like.
All from Rydell High in Greece. Oh, they've made this a lot of fun. You can see everybody smiling here and hot rods going by. And it's fun.
Is it the Shrewsbury Special Needs Program walking by?
It's really fun to see the old cars, too. I think
really
it might
is.
bring back a lot of memories to a lot of people that are here.
Okay, now a newer one happened to sneak in.
That's the Shrewsbury Grange. Is that who it is? The Exchange. Oh, no, I missed it. The Exchange Club. I saw the Ange.
This is actually the Exchange Club of the Tri-Town. We had talked about it a little bit earlier, and I will just repeat a little bit of that information. This antique fire truck was owned by Mike Trotto and actually was the fire truck used in the town of Shrewsbury. This is a community service organization in the towns of Shrewsbury, Northborough, and Westborough. Their focus is child abuse. The Exchange Club president is Maria Smith, and they have many current projects in service like Project Alarm in the towns of Westborough, Shrewsbury, and Northborough. Batteries are charged and smoke detectors installed free of charge to the senior citizen of the towns, and also youth scholarships are rewarded, and of course ongoing projects to help prevent child abuse. Again, this organization is passing out American flags. The Shrewsbury Freemasons are going by, serving the community for over 70 years.
Yeah.
How important they are to our community.
Is that the John Whittle Lodge, I believe it is, right on Route 9?
I believe you're right. The Freemasons are a charitable, benevolent, educational, and religious organization sharing the values of our nation's founding fathers, whose ideals are firmly rooted in the U.S. Constitution and Commonwealth of Mass. Just go on for another moment while we're waiting for what's coming up next. The Freemasons are about becoming a better person while helping to improve the quality of life for others, forming deep and lasting friendships that transcend the boundaries of race, religion, culture, and geography. Another wonderful Scottish pipe and drum band coming up, or just maybe it's just called pipe and drum. I'm not sure if the Scottish is part of it.
This is just wonderful. Everybody is standing and clapping, and very moving. American flag and the state flag, color guard, and of course every time you hear the bagpipes, you are moved.
It really makes you want to get up and dance. And this is the Worcester Police Corps of a pipe and drum. Those wonderful, wonderful costumes that they wear. Maybe they call them outfits or uniforms, I'm not really sure.
This is the Korean war vets, the POWs. And the color guard on that. They've come every year to march in the parade, and they are going to have a memorial now dedicated in Worcester. They're making the plans right now for that and raising money.
That has been a long time in coming. I know that's been a very passionate kind of focus for a lot of people. It seemed to have been the forgotten war, they call it on occasion. And working very hard to make sure it is forgotten no longer.
We're seeing the Marine
US
Corps League right in
submarine
front
veterans
of us now.
are coming into view.
Very patriotic today, and right now the Marines veterans are going by. Everyone's standing and clapping, and
These are for the
very
World War
meaningful.
II submariners. the Korean War Veterans Association of Central Mass, as Judy was saying a little bit earlier. They are going to doing their best to get those plans together for a Korean War memorial. It's in progress.
I see Kenny Swift, who's been a long time dedicated to raising the money for this Korean War. It's called the Forgotten War, so I think some attention now is focused on that.
Fortunately, we're giving it some attention right now, and maybe this will just keep helping raise awareness for people who are watching the parade today.
And they are honoring right in front of us now. We are getting to see this, and it's quite a spectacular event.
Yeah, this is a war that my dad fought in Korean War. He was a drill sergeant in the U.S. Marines, and he'd love to be seeing this, but he's out on the West Coast. So.
Well, I like what the van that was in our view was saying. It said, "We salute all veterans." I'm not quite sure what kind of Jeep that was that went by. Perhaps it's just called a Jeep, a gunnery Jeep, perhaps. I'm not sure. Oh, descendants of the Shrewsbury founding fathers. This is pretty exciting because of the 275th anniversary.
This is the Harrington, Allen, Shepard, Sears, and Harlow, Flo, Fisher, Larson, Doyle, Richardson.
Yes, we
Green,
have Chris Gustafson, who's of course Paul's Gustafson, our director's wife, marching. Hello, Chris, and her sister-in-law Karen, and her children, Karen's children, the former Karen Larson. Uncle Eric is going 5, and the tractor with Uncle Eric and his children, some of his children. Paul Gustafson is telling me, that there's Uncle Eric, there go the kids, there go the nephews and nieces, and they look just adorable.
We just missed the big, huge Lovey's truck that was supplied by Tom Garganigo. And that thing is one big master puller, I'll tell you.
I can't imagine what you'd actually have to, have that thing pull. Some big semi-rig or something.
And we have here the Shrewsbury High School, I want to say marching band. I'm not sure if they're marching or not, but it's under the direction of Mr. Yu Gliora.
This always adds excitement to the parade because everyone likes to see their hometown band. All the kids, mothers and fathers are here, so this is extremely exciting to have them.
These look like new uniforms to me, too. I could be wrong, but they look like new uniforms.
Great.
Now, these uniforms are only a couple years old.
Are they?
And they look magnificent.
I'm just remembering back to when I was in it, I guess.
Looks like Grand Marshal, who happens to be Ken Largess, I believe, this year.
It is, and I just have to say, I think the drum corps sounds fabulous.
Kenny Largess is the assistant principal at the new Shrewsbury High School, and you can hear everybody standing. His family is right in front of us. They're all clapping. We're going to do that too.
Look at Kenny's really hamming up. He's taking pictures of us. It should be him. I think at the St. John's and Shrewsbury High football game yesterday, they honored Kenny with a special presentation at St. John's, which is a very fitting touch. I wasn't at the game, but in our show before the parade today, Bill D'Amelio was also mentioning that. So good for Kenny.
Well, Sue DeLeo and the anniversary committee made the official announcement on April 4th, and they gave him the honor last Saturday night at a dinner dance at the Knights of Columbus. He's been a lifeline resident of the town of Shrewsbury. He is really a wonderful Grand Marshal, and we couldn't have picked a better Grand Marshal. It's very exciting to have him here.
And he's followed by some loyal supporters. Some of the members of the class of 2003, the seniors, are following him.
This is the liveliest the parade has been. The kids really add to it.
The
They're
kids.
just so much fun.
I just wanted to say that the kids are wearing their class colors the class of 2002, 2003, wearing blue, and then the 2004 are in red, and now we get the
2005. We have the Shrewsbury Colonials that were going by, following the class of 2003.
and now the freshman class in their green colors. My daughter Alicia's in there somewhere.
Oh, come on, Alicia, wave hello.
She's probably hiding somewhere in the middle.
Isn't that great? She's going to have 4 years at the new high
At
school.
the brand new
That's
high
so
school,
wonderful.
absolutely.
They're the inaugural class.
You guys seen the new high school? It's fantastic.
I did. Unbelievably huge.
Don't you love it? Look
This
at the
is just
little kids.
adorable. They are just adorable.
We got the robotics team that's going by.
I kind of like their little motto.
At the high school?
Me, not me. I guess we have some future cheerleaders.
We have the Metro West band here, and they're going by. They're a supporter. Let's see this. Linda Turner with the donor awareness. Hasn't she done a wonderful job?
She's so selfless and tireless.
And all the young students were at the State House testifying so that the youngsters are able to donate some bone marrow. And Linda has been at the forefront of this. And is Linda going in this week to, she's going to donate a kidney?
It's possible. I know that it's been something that has been kind of,
Karen.
Oh,
State
well, there's somebody
Representative
we definitely
Karen
know.
Polito.
Proud mom Judy here.
Linda is quite a young woman, and for her to do that, we wish her all the best.
We certainly do. And I
Here
think
she
you're
is.
right. I do
She's
believe it's
walking
pretty
with
imminent.
everybody. We're giving her a big wave, and Linda, we'll be thinking of you.
She just said Tuesday, 6 a.m. That's what she was just kind of, she's holding a little banner and she just set it out to us. So
Yeah.
we certainly do wish you all the best, Linda.
With the Shrewsbury High cheerleaders, with the football players marching in front of us now. Shrewsbury High having a rebuilding year this year after having 3 or 4 very successful teams going to the Super Bowl twice in the last 3 years, winning 30 games, and happy for them and the cheerleaders and the Shrewsbury crew. Big contingent there.
We just went down to the dedication at the Donahue Rowing Center the other day, and that is the largest rowing center in the country.
Beautiful, too.
I don't know if
Absolutely
everybody's
gorgeous.
aware of this in the town, and the Donahues, of course, making another generous contribution to our town to be able to have our children participate in the crew. And now, coming right by us now, we're watching a demonstration.
Oh, isn't that
which
wonderful?
is fabulous.
And it's not, of course, just our kids. It's also so many organizations, colleges come just here-
WPI.
absolutely, to use those wonderful facilities because they're so special.
It's too bad we don't have the Regatta Hall of Fame here in Shrewsbury.
Here comes St. John's High School.
And I do want to say, while St. John's is going by, that there was a special high schooler in the football marchers that went by. Would be Jason Bergman, who is Lori Ann Bergman, our wonderful staff member here at Shrewsbury Media Connection. Her son. So
And
we
here
say
comes
hi
the
to
WPI
Jason.
crew. And they were well represented at the dedication at the Donahue Rowing Center, as Mr. Donahue is an alumnus of WPI.
Grace Baptist Church following them.
We have some just wonderful youth members that are participating for the Grace Baptist Church.
Aren't these kids great? Look at
They
it.
are.
They're having a
And
time of their life.
some very curious little, I don't know what that is, like a little bug or something.
All the mothers, and they have their baby carriages and wagons. They were smart to do that.
Everybody loves a parade. Bobby's bullpen. The UMass Memorial Children's Medical Center.
They raised a lot of money. Bobby Duquette's family and friends, with the help of the UMass Memorial Foundation, have put together a committee known as Bobby's Bullpen, Pitching for Children with Cancer. Their goal is to raise fund and awareness of the UMass Memorial Children's Medical Center and Pediatric Oncology Department. Will be located, the float has the monsters mentioned with children and adults of Bobby's Bullpen. This is an inspiration. I know the whole town is backing that, and we wish them the best.
Absolutely.
We just saw the Troop 310, the Brownies and Girl Scouts going by. It's great. More Brownies and Troop 313.
And I think the Girl Scouts, when they get down to Dean Park, they're going to do kikes over Shrewsbury.
It is.
They're going to make that.
They're
and they're
going
gonna
to,
let the
yes.
fly about, so that's a lot of fun, too. And they're always saying Girl Scout is for every girl, everywhere. So the girls of Shrewsbury, come on up and join. They'd love to have you.
Wonderful organization. It's so great. You get to learn so much, do so much, meet and make friends.
Troop 3, I can't even say it, 332. Getting into the spirit of the festivities here with their cadence call.
That's great.
You can't have the Brownies and Girl Scouts without the Cub Scouts and the Boy Scouts. Cub Scout Pack 62 from Shrewsbury.
And you know what's wonderful about all this is the mothers and fathers that are volunteering their time to do this for the children and that belong. So it's great. Again, Nick and I have been discussing the volunteerism, and we can see it, a lot of that today as the parade comes before us.
It just comes back to the whole theme, which is spirit. It's spirit of Shrewsbury, spirit of commitment to community.
Pack 62.
Very large contingent. They're building tomorrow's leaders. That's what they're doing.
So many of the kids are on those little scooters that they favor. I give them such credit for being able to stay aloft on them.
Looks like Cub Scout Pack 158. I believe they're at St. Anne's Church.
Wow, this is a nice little contingency of Cub Scouts, I think, yeah?
Yes, Cub Scouts.
That's great.
I can tell you from last year when I was part of the parade by filming people on the streets for SPAC riding in a truck, how fabulous it was to see from the float perspective what this parade looks like from that perspective. Just huge.
Is this a great float, Nick?
146,
Very
Pack
creative.
146.
That's nice. They've got a farm on there, and they've got the pack, and it's decorated beautifully.
That's great. Boy Scout Troop 158 and I believe 257 is, I'm sorry, 227.
You know,
Side by side.
I am, I don't know about you, but I'm amazed at how active the Boy Scouts, the Cub Scouts. I don't think I realized that they were as active as.
I think it's
Yeah,
growing.
isn't that
I think
wonderful?
it is, and I think it's
so
larger than
pleased.
I've seen in past years.
Daughters of Isabella.
Yeah, and then the Francis Garden Seniors, they're taking a ride by and giving us a wave.
With the amusing antiques inside on their car.
And you know, the Daughters of Isabella, they have been here and doing lots of good works for many years. I know Nancy Trotto and Evelyn Baroni has been very active down there. I know there are many others. I can't think of their names right now, but they've been very active in doing a lot of good things for our town. And some more antique cars. Look at these.
Beautiful.
Great. I don't know what that is. Do you know, Nick? That's an old one.
I'd be guessing at best if I
It's
said a
a
model.
black
Yeah, really.
I know this is a
Thunderbird.
I see the Thunderbird, and that is Jack Canzano. And look at this one with the big fins in the back.
wonderful
Oh my
fins.
That's
God.
Nick Peroni from Peroni's Barber Shop.
Does that say- does that
He's
say
been
Corvette in
town
the back?
Forever,
No.
long-time residents, and
Coronet. It's a coronet.
a coronet. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Got it. I love that gold on the back of it. The two-tone.
You know, I just want to interject this, if you don't mind, Nick and Melanie. I just wanted to tell you that my dad, Bob Lutz, took part in the 200th anniversary in 1927, and then my daughter Karen and my son in 1977, and now I have 3 grandchildren participating today. Gianna 6, and Lena 4, and Francis 10 months.
That is
So,
fantastic.
we go back 4
Congratulations.
generations, and we're all here. So
That's
aren't we a
terrific.
lucky family?
That's
You're
terrific.
the Spirit of Shrewsbury all on your own. Your whole family has it covered. That is wonderful.
Coming up, a very active group of seniors, and they're walking down. They've got a wonderful banner, and everyone here is giving them a hand.
Love those great straw hats.
They do a great job down at Southgate. My son Nick worked down at Southgate for a while, serving a lot of the seniors, and
They have the wonderful
have a great
concerts
time
there
down
and
there,
everything.
absolutely.
Oh yeah, so many programs and activities.
You know, Nick, I go down there every once in a while, and I love it when I see the younger generation there doing that. And that's, again, they learn a lot from the older, the seniors, and the seniors learn a lot from them.
Oh, we have so much to learn
Tony
from our
Trippi
elder
driving the
community.
truck.
Oh, there's Tony.
What a
and-
wonderful,
and,
wonderful car that is.
Nancy, they're at the garden club, and oh, is that pretty?
Oh,
They
very.
should come to my house and decorate it.
You can talk to them after the parade.
I have a friend, Bill D'Amelia, that could use their help desperately,
Oh.
and he'll tell you
I
that.
know, Bill.
And we're still showing that wonderful garden club car in case you didn't get enough of a good look at it. Get to see their wonderful handiwork.
The truck that's representing the Swedish Athletic Club, SAC Park.
So many wonderful events happen down at SAC Park. I've been to so many over the years.
Well, we went by last night. I don't know what was going on down there, but there was a full house.
Rockin'
so
and
they're
rollin'.
They're still going strong.
Very instrumental in Shrewsbury youth soccer and their own soccer programs.
Well, here's the Shrewsbury Public Library. And everybody, the town seems to use that.
The El Camino Association. Well, look at that fabulous car right there. I love that color. I'll show my ignorance of automotives. I would imagine they're all El Caminos if you're in the El Camino Club. Perhaps not. Whatever they actually are, they're all really amazing to look at.
Well, when I see these cars, it reminds me when I was a kid, we used to go to Westboro Speedway and listen to these.
Right,
Nick,
the
I
Westboro
don't
Speedway.
believe that you can remember.
Of course.
I remember it too. I
Of
do.
course.
I
I
do.
used to
You
go
could
down
hear them
there
from
all the
Shrewsbury
time.
on Saturday night. You could hear the engines revving.
Absolutely.
Oh, that used to be a highlight for us to go up and do that. We used to think that was great. But this is wonderful. You know, the old car clubs of New England are really a wonderful group of people that they have a great camaraderie, and they have a lot of trophies for their cars, and they really have a nice friendship. And this is the United Methodist Church, Wellspring, and they're new in town. I shouldn't say really new. They've been here a couple of years, and they've really made an impact on the town. They've really given back and have made their presence known.
Yeah, I see Bob LeBear out in front carrying the flag, waving hi to everyone. Resident Shrewsbury, Worthington Avenue. What a great turnout here. I mean, it's just sidewalk to sidewalk people.
And of course, we're just looking at the town center part of it. They're lined up all the way down past Town Hall and all the way down to Dean Park.
They've been here since 9 o'clock this morning, lining everything up.
Let's go to Mark Serra in our helicopter so we can see the Peru. Mark, go ahead, Mark.
I think Mark went out for coffee. He missed the queue.
Wellspring float, which is very nice.
Oh, that is very
We've
well
got the well.
Some very creative
And
floats we've seen.
Flowers and decorated nicely for the fall.
It's almost hard to believe that fall is really here when we have such an absolutely beautiful day like this. We're looking at this wonderful float that has all the wonderful fall flowers and colors and the stalks there and everything. And I guess we have to believe that there will be a nip in the air right around the corner, but I don't feel it today.
I don't see Mother Nature kicking in either, because if you look at the trees, they're all still green.
I know.
Next week we're going to have in the 80s.
I heard that. I know.
Oh, I hear some music. I don't know. What do you think is coming up?
Well, I think
Perhaps I've been handed a bulletin here. It's the Clinton Middle School Band, marching band. Clinton Middle School, under the direction of Ms. Robin Quist. They march 80 students in grades 5 through 8. The band is accompanied by our band van, a minivan that houses water as well as a spare for a student who feels ill or an instrument that decides to break.
Also, we have the Intimidator, Lovey's truck. The Gaganigo family has been in town a long time also. And they're having a good time blowing the horn and waving to everybody. It's all decorated with the American flags.
Yeah, that's Mario Matalata tooting the horn there.
See?
I can't believe Tommy Gaganino let him drive a truck. That's something.
maybe he doesn't know. And you are right, indeed. The band you heard was the Shrewsbury Middle School.
And the Clinton High marching band.
Isn't it nice they could join
Clinton
us
Middle
today?
School.
It is.
In their green colors, as is the Clinton Gales.
So nice to hear that music, and they stopped in front of us. And anybody that has a seat right here along this common has certainly gotten to be able to see everything very nicely.
That's great that Clinton's visiting Shrewsbury today. There was a time in Shrewsbury athletics that Clinton used to play Shrewsbury on a regular basis. They were part of the old Midland League, and
Things
we
were
used to have a
redivided.
very, very close relationship back then. But as time has gone by, you know, we've grown. We've become a bigger town. We're almost a city now, and Clinton has been kind of relatively the same size. So.
did a great job, and especially with your singing help, Nick.
Oh, we got a softball team coming here.
The Shrewsbury Blaze, it looks like.
And these guys have had a great season. I read all about them in the paper this past week. They're one of Shrewsbury's first competitive summer softball teams, and they played in tournaments across the state. This year they won 2 out of 6 tournaments, and they're also playing in divisions under 10. So if you're looking for a team for your daughters to play in, a premier team, it's the Shrewsbury Blaze.
And I love to see that the girls are getting out there and playing and getting the attention they deserve along with the boys.
We have the Shrewsbury Youth Soccer, Shrewsbury Hockey Association here. They've been around for a number of years. I would have to say close to at least 30.
And I think it's coming up as the Parker Preschool. I'm not quite sure, but I think that's what it looks like. North Shore School.
Yes, it is.
And
Yes, it is.
mothers and dads with their children. They have wagons and balloons and red flags. Very patriotic. And coming up from there is the Lilliput.
There you go.
And that's a children's school here in the town. And they participated almost every single year that we've been here. They all have the red balloons tied to them, and you know, the children there from Lilliput are young. They might be 3 and 4 years old.
Right behind
They look
them.
back. They're gonna have a nice thing to look at.
It looks like Beale Early Childhood
Yeah,
Center
Beale
is
School.
now coming along.
First grade
Check out
students
that.
from the Beale Early Childhood Center. And behind them is my alma mater, Calvin Coolidge School.
Well, Nick, that's where I went too.
Great place.
I'm not gonna tell
Great
you when,
place.
but
Grades
that's
1
where I
through
went.
5. In fact, my dad went to Coolidge School, so
Oh, see, all in the family
so
here.
it's yeah.
Oh, and what great parasols they have
Look
that the
at
kids are
this.
carrying.
I
Those are
love that.
wonderful.
Did you have Mrs.
The
Derby?
cool school. They're the
No, but
cool
I have
school.
Mr.
That's
Klemenick.
why.
Oh boy.
He was my teacher,
Oh.
and then he went on to become the athletic director of
Absolutely.
Shrewsbury High.
And look at this great
This
speedboat
is cool. Look at Kevin
for the
Coolidge.
cool school.
The
They
cool
are
school.
cool.
Now, I wonder if they use that on Jordan Pond. What do you think?
Look at this. This is great.
Hello.
Well, you know, the little imagination.
I guess so.
This is super.
I don't know if you saw the little outfits on all of them too, in the boat and in the car from earlier.
Really
And they've got
nice.
some more coming. Another great speedboat.
Coolidge School down between Jordan Pond and
Yeah, with
Lakeland
the surfing
Sigeman?
with the surfing boards as well.
follow them is the Spring Street School. My wife Susan is a special needs student teacher there.
Oh, my daughter Karen and my son Kenny went to Spring Street. And it's a great school. We are fortunate, aren't we, in Shrewsbury? We have a great school system.
Always have. It's
Great teachers.
always been one of the
Yeah.
important things that have drawn people
Always.
to this community.
Oh my goodness, what's this, Nick?
Here comes the Shrewsbury Middle School. I knew they were there.
And another truck donated by Lovey's, Tommy Garganigo. It looks like the band is up on
They're
the
getting
back
a
of that
ride.
truck.
No marching today with
And
Philip
here they go.
Coziara.
Yep. Mr. Koziara, band director.
Has done such a tremendous job with them for so many years.
St. Mary's School is following right behind them. They're a school that's been in town for a long time also, grades 1 kindergarten now to the 8th grade.
It looks like we have a break in the action here as
It's-
they make the turn down by Beale School.
Well, while we do have that break, I'm going to mention once more about the town song that we have, because this is pretty exciting that Shrewsbury has its own song all around
Are you
the
really
town.
going to sing?
No, really not. I think you should, Judy. Or maybe Nick, when he was giving us that little ditty before. The words and music by Gary Ivory O'Neill, who worked, I guess, pretty heavily with your committees
Yes.
to help make this wonderful parade happen. And to order a CD, you can visit www.spiritofshrewsbury.com. I imagine you can find all sorts of wonderful things if you visit that website.
And I can see there are some more coming along here.
From Walter J. Patton.
Wow, Patton
Now
School's
that was
coming.
my alma mater.
See? So we're all represented very
We are,
well here.
Absolutely. It's a wonderful
We all
school program and
graduate from
still
Shrewsbury
is.
High?
Absolutely.
Me too.
Yes,
Oh,
absolutely. Great school. Many fond memories. Walter J. Patton, of course, where Chris Gustafson teaches.
Well, here they are. They're very active. The PTO down there is very active. They've done a lot of nice improvements to the school and the yard.
They
and
have.
Look, we have Lovies again. Gee, they
They're
participated.
everywhere.
And they have a lot of the youngsters here. Friendship to the future.
They have that outside of Patton School. That's kind of their motto. If you go by the Patton School sign, it says friendship to the future, which is just wonderful. So many wonderful mottos have gone by us on the various floats or banners in this parade. So we have some more Patton Schoolers that have just graced our street here. And the Floral Street School, one of our newer schools in town, but certainly very active, certainly.
Yes, you can see them coming along now.
And there's Monica Mansfield waving to us. Hello, Monica.
Hey, Monica.
Waving with her kids in the Shrewsbury.
And
Floral
Lovies again,
School.
donating a truck.
You know, I hope there's nobody with broken down cars or
No.
vehicles in this town, because
Not
don't
a
call
good day to
Lovies,
happen.
because they're all here.
Well, it's very kind and generous of him to donate the trucks, and he's got all the children on here from Floral Street, and it says happy birthday to the town of Shrewsbury. Love the Floral Street School.
Oh, that's wonderful. Just wonderful. And even though there's this small break in the parade, we still have more to come.
I remember Shrewsbury's 250th birthday. I'm sorry, it wasn't that. It was the bicentennial parade, if
That's
you can remember
right.
that. 17,
I do.
1976. And that parade was very reminiscent, as we had a nice day, if I can remember properly, and it was just forever. And I remember at that time, I was a member of the Shrewsbury Congregational Church youth program, because I lived up here in the center of town at that time. And we built this replica of the Congregational Church, and my stepfather pulled it along in his tractor with a John Deere tractor, and the steeple kept on folding down, and we had somebody up on the steeple that was throwing candies down from it. So
But that was just wonderful. You put a lot of time and effort into that, and I still remember how beautiful that was and all the comments that were made. Oh, wow, look at this. These are the Irish step dancers.
The McGurney Irish step dancers.
Lovies again.
Again, the Lovies
They
again.
have outdone themselves here.
And it looks like we're going to get, yes,
Oh.
indeed, a jig. How fabulous. Great costumes.
Mary Zoner, I believe, is the proprietor of this dance group. Wife of Bobby Zoner, a lifelong Shrewsbury resident.
And what wonderful control these girls have to be moving in a truck like that and still be able to keep time and step as high as they are.
Everybody's waving and smiling. And now I think we have the gymnastic
Learning Center,
Learning
yes.
Center. Look at this. This is great.
Oh my goodness, look at them. Doing cartwheels and handstands. The gymnastic team, these are 8 to 12-year-old kids that are walking and cartwheeling and doing handstands and all sorts of
Glad they're not going to ask me to
amazing
go out
things.
and do it.
I would bet you would do an amazing cartwheel. Can't fool us. Just saw a wonderful cartwheel right into a back walk or flip, however they term that.
We have a lot of street merchants selling balloons and different paraphernalia, and our executive director, Bill Ney, is doing a great job with crowd control, trying to keep them
I
away
know.
from the front of the cameras here.
We have Judy Herman School of Dance. And when you think of dance, think of Judy A. Herman School of Dance.
So they've been in town a long time too, and long-time residents.
They have recreational or competitive dance taught with positive reinforcement, and that is so important.
Oh, this is a big group coming up. They've got American flag T-shirts and waving flags.
Are we into our third division here? Is that, I believe, our division?
We are going to be going into the last division.
Fourth division, so this Division 5 coming up.
I can tell you what else is coming up. Another truck. It is most likely the Paquette Farm.
Paquette Farm?
Right.
A parquet. I like the way you said
Yeah,
that.
parquet.
Parquet farm. Butter.
Oh, wow. Look at all the pumpkins.
I have to go get mine.
I do, too.
I
That
know.
reminds me.
I know.
Who's driving that, Nick? You know?
Well, it's certainly not Ed Parquette.
No?
If Eddie was driving it, he'd be in there with a beard and a cigar.
Oh, this is wonderful. The LeBeau from Shrewsbury Nursery.
Oh, that's
Hi,
wonderful.
John.
John
John.
LeBeau, indeed.
How you doing, John?
Waving from the wonderful
Selectman
float.
and his wife and
Ben
family.
LeBeau.
Look at those
And,
beautiful horses.
Reuben and Joan, and Reuben was also a selectman in our town, and it's so nice to see them. That is neat.
It is, and I love those
Oh, the
horses.
horses. I
They
love
are
the
just
big ones.
gorgeous.
Yeah, the LeBeau family's a very deep supporter of the town of Shrewsbury. I know I went to school with John and back in the 70s, and now he represents Shrewsbury as a on the Board of Selectmen, as well as his son, Ben LeBeau, just graduated from Shrewsbury High with my son last year. Great kid.
And where did he go on to school?
You know, I knew you were going to ask me that question, and
I know he's gone on
wish
to
I could answer-
college, and your son is at
Boston College.
Boston College,
Yeah.
which is nice.
I can answer that one, but
So we have another little break. Oh, I see. Something
Oh,
coming up.
more
that looks pretty
fabulous
nice.
horses.
I was going to say Clydesdales, but they're a little
You know,
bit
I was going to
small
too,
for
but I think
Clydesdale.
so.
I wonder where they.
Don't they have more on their hooves?
I wonder
They
where
have,
they
like,
got, they
covering
were
on their
able
hooves.
to have them, or where they got them from.
I don't know.
The
Maybe
one on
some
the
of
left
the surrounding
maybe-
farm area.
Yeah, Mr. Red is
Out
on the
to our
left,
west.
and Silver, maybe Silver on the
Silver,
left. I
high
don't
old
know.
silver. Oh, this is great.
And I think the inclusion of the horses like that make it so exciting for the kids. They really just love that kind of thing.
You know, there was a time that you used to see horses
Yes.
walking the streets of
Yes.
Shrewsbury on a regular basis. Do
Absolutely.
you remember when we were
I
kids,
certainly
we used
do.
to see them,
Even
and people
even
would
a
be
little
riding
bit
them.
past
Oh,
where
this
we
is-
were
they're
kids.
beautiful.
Absolutely.
I
Look
know.
at these
I miss
horses.
that. I really do.
This is the Anastasia Insurance Company. They always have a float in the parade. They've been doing this for the past 5 years. And always come up with something a little unique, which is just great.
Lauren Nicknoyan, a friend of my family's on the back of that.
It's wonderful.
You can hear some fabulous music coming.
Now, how are they going to dissipate all of these divisions down at Dean Park? I mean,
That's an
that is where
excellent
we're marching to,
question.
correct?
It is, yeah. Some of them have marched off. Some of them are not traveling.
I think some of the
And some of
youngsters,
the younger
which I think
children.
was a good
Right.
idea to have them march off down Grafton Street.
Right. But you're right, there'll be quite a number of people down there.
Your entertainment
Great to see them.
specialist.
With a great song. I love this song.
Now, there was a rumor that Paul McCartney wrote that, sang that song, broke away from the Beatles. But I guess it
Really?
was a false rumor. I'm going to see Paul McCartney.
Are you
tomorrow
really?
night.
Oh, how
I
great.
can't wait.
Good for you.
Yeah, they're handing out $50 bills here. I'll take one right here.
I'll take some. Thank you.
Embroiling place.
the
508
embroidery place.
842-5311. I'm sorry. I look like an L. It's embroidering. I'm sorry.
I think you got the basic
I've
concept,
gotta get
though,
my
that it's
glasses
needlework.
changed.
That it's needlework, and that's wonderful. The
Stepping
embroidery
Stone
place,
Community
it's a
Theater.
local embroidery shop in Shrewsbury that opened in May of 2000. And the owner is Colleen Adderley, a Shrewsbury native.
And
So
we have the stepping stones here too. I think they've been here before.
Look like Pete Lusignan carrying the banner. Perhaps not.
Stepping Stone Community Theater.
many of the members are physically or mentally handicapped, and some require wheelchairs, but all of them love the parade, and I certainly can't blame them. Stepping Stone Theater is an inclusive theater company which invites, welcomes, and supports all members of the community to explore the theater arts. The company is composed of adults and teens of all ages who share a passion for the arts. And you can contact Wendy Saba of Shrewsbury if you're interested in joining up. Theater is so important.
Well, this looks great. Cruise one. They're the Gail and Dean Gickness.
Geekus. Gail and Dean
They're
Geekus.
cruise specialists. That looks pretty neat. I think I might like to go on one. Wow.
I thought that was your boat, Judy.
Yeah, sure. All the Rotary Club.
Another very important Shrewsbury
Wonderful.
organization.
Absolutely.
League of Women Voters.
An equally important organization. Where would we be were they not holding the debates that they hold for us and the important information they get out so that we can give informed voting, make informed voting. Look at those great outfits. They look like
The suffrage.
suffragette outfits, yes. Well, it looks like we have some lobbying signs, one of them being for Karen Polito, our wonderful state representative.
I don't know how long. Ryan was in high school. He told me he had those seats. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah.
Looks like we have a van from our new bank in town, Central, pulling Central
And
1.
That's, of course, our wonderful Congressman, James McGovern. So wonderful for him to come out and march in our parade.
And we're now looking at the wonderful birthday cake on the central
Isn't that
one.
fabulous?
That is a great little float.
I'd like to say a great job to Liz and Mark on the camera work.
So
Great
true.
job.
Yeah, it is so true to be able to capture all of the flavor and all of the action here in the parade.
Oh, is that a brown truck? Yeah, it's a brown truck.
Brown, that's the big color in commercials these days. Brown for UPS. Of course, has its big distributor center in Shrewsbury.
truck.
It might say Northborough, but they certainly service Shrewsbury residents.
We have Al's Oil, Shrewsbury, Mass. Oh, look at this, Pellegrino Trucking, and they have a happy anniversary right on the front with the American flag. And that looks pretty nice.
And the recycling symbol on the side, which is so important.
The town of Shrewsbury.
Which I think does such an amazing job, puts out such a great effort at recycling. So many people that for that it's such an important
Now, I don't know what this
concept.
is.
That's an amphibian car. My dad took me for a ride in one of those when I was young, and I didn't know where he was taking me until he drove it into Lake Quinsigamon, and I was
Way.
and I was just flipping right out. But
Oh, that's wonderful.
Isn't that great? And what is this? This must be something for the Aleppos.
I love that it can spit out water out of its tail too.
AA Transportation, they're over on Route 20, I believe.
I've never seen anything so big.
Now that's what I call a stretch limo.
The family size.
Oh my goodness. Looks like a train almost, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
You could
It
probably
does
fit my
really.
family inside it. No, maybe need both of these.
We actually have one door open in case somebody wants to jump in and take a ride.
Well, that's definitely the way to go if you're going.
Imagine going down to Fenway with a big
Look at
busload
that.
of people.
I think they got a
Quite
They have a
amazing in there.
bathtub in there, I think.
And our school buses. The yellow school bus.
And look at this wonderful, yet another wonderful antique car. This one really is special looking. What a great horn.
Sign on the front, donated by Worcester Sand and Gravel. That's a beauty.
Neat. That's like a little pickup truck.
That is
isn't
beauty,
Is
yeah.
that
I think
neat?
you're right, yeah.
I used to have a Matchbox car like that.
It
when I
looked
was a
like that,
kid.
yeah.
And here's Matty O'Trados. Mr. Sand. Oh, look at this old car. This is Mike Trotto. Here's Manny, our parade coordinator. He's on the truck with
That's
Mike
right,
Trotto.
there he is.
Mr. Sand and Gravel. Kind of an institution here in Shrewsbury, isn't it?
Absolutely. They've been here forever. Dinky's Restaurant. Over on Route 70.
Yeah. And now, is that the Trottos also, I think?
With a pretty spiffy looking truck of their own there.
Here comes my Aunt Lucy's bookmobile, Lucy Card. Aunt Lou, if you're watching this one's for you.
Such an important part of Shrewsbury's community.
I can remember way back when my Uncle Spag donated the bookmobile to the town, and what a big thing that was at that time. And listen, look at this, the
The Ragtime Rowdies.
Rowdies.
They sound fantastic.
The way to end up the parade, isn't that nice?
This band was formed in 1957 and has played engagements all over New England and the state of New York. You can see why they'd be asked to.
Forge landscaping, pulling up the rear, and of course our K-9 unit. And I think that Shirley,
Yes, it is.
she's an institution. I want you to know, folks, she's going to retire in November.
Yeah.
So this is probably the one of her last parades over here.
Oh, could be.
Melanie,
It's great to get to see her.
It's been great doing this with you and Nick.
Oh, it has
Enjoyed it very
absolutely.
much.
Thank you so much, Judy, and another great job. And
But also, we'd like to thank the crew: Joe Paskey, Fred Russell, Mark Serra, and Liz Poplowski, and who else are we
Bill
missing?
Ney, and of
Bill
course,
Ney
we can't
and
forget Paul Gustafson,
Gustafson.
who does such an amazing job directing big events just
And I
like
did see
this
Laurie
one.
Bergman around here somewhere too.
Yes,
so.
Laurie was here as well.
So it's been great working with both of you.
Oh, you too, Nick.
fun.
I had a
Judy,
great
thank you.
time.
I did
it was
too.
Wonderful.
Thank
and,
you.
Our 275th birthday. Can you imagine? We live in a wonderful town.
We most certainly do. So, thank you.
See you all next year, everyone.
Well, wait a minute. I think don't say goodbye yet because I think Mark Serra's doing something here. So he's ripping our board apart. Oh, hey, they got a camera shot of us in back of us. So we just wave. Hi, Liz. Hi, folks in Shrewsbury. Thanks for spending an afternoon with us. It's been great.
I was gonna say that she recognized me. I'm good. How are you?
See Bob Libero. What a great turnout here. I mean, this is.
I'm thinking there's no way you can be getting the band from there.
Yellow's cool.
Giving a photo jacket moment.
Hi, I'm here at the Dean Park portion of the festivities for the Spirit of Shrewsbury with Nithya Sethi. Hi, Nithya.
Hi.
Thanks for joining me. Nithya, you're a Girl Scout, and I'd love to know what troop and where you folks meet, and then we're going to talk to you about a special project you did.
I'm in Troop 1256, and we used to meet at the Congregational Church, but right now we really don't know where we're meeting.
So you're going to have a new place to
Yes,
meet
yeah.
shortly.
Yeah.
And who's your troop leader?
Beth Way.
Okay, and what school do you go to, Nithya?
I go to Shrewsbury High School.
What year are you in?
I'm in 10th grade.
Wow, so you're just going to that new high school. What do you think about it?
It's huge.
It is, it's really big. And now for your Girl Scout project, you had to do a project and you came up with something pretty unique. You want to tell me about it?
Actually, my leader came to me with the idea, and she told me to attend one of the meetings, so I decided to attend one, and from there on, they told me that it was my responsibility, like this project was mine, so I just went ahead with it, and this is where I am.
Here you are and watching your project blossom. Tell me something about your project. It has something to do with kites, I understand.
Yep. For my project, we are celebrating the 275th anniversary of Shrewsbury, and right now we have Girl Scouts here, because I'm a Girl Scout, of course. We have Girl Scouts here flying their kites, and there's face painting and there's food and snacks, and it's just a lot of fun.
And you wanted to get, if I understand correctly, 275 kites to fly up over Shrewsbury today. How'd you do?
We actually did well. I believe we have sold, and we are selling even more than 275. So I guess instead of just having 275, we have even more, and so that's really nice.
It is really nice, and I think it's such a neat project and such a great idea, and you're so to be commended for being able to really bring this whole event about. There's an entire tent here. There are people that are coming up, like you said, face painting, kite painting. They're out flying, the moms and dads flying kites with their kids. You must be very proud.
I'm just happy I did it all. I'm just grateful that I'm really happy that I had people around me that could help me, and I just want to, there's a lot of people, so whoever helped me, I'd just like to thank all of them, because they know that they have, and they've done a lot for me.
Well, that's great, and if you ever become an actress, I think you've got your Oscar speech kind of thing down. That's wonderful. I'm going to just ask you, do you know what kind of projects that, or badges that you might be working toward in the coming year, or have you not even given that a thought yet?
Well, right now, as of actually tomorrow and the day after, that's when the Silver Project deadline was, so we'll be finishing that. And right after that, I'm actually moving into a different troop. I'm moving into the next level, which is seniors. So I'll be working towards my Gold Award.
Wow, that is so fantastic. And obviously the Girl Scout organization is a very wonderful organization for girls, and also a very important one for Shrewsbury. And so we really want to thank you, Nithya Sethi. Do you have anything to say to anybody before we go?
I just want to thank everyone for being here. Whoever came, I'd like to thank everyone, because everyone's made it possible, this town, this community, and I really love this town, and it's all wonderful.
Well, I'm certainly with you there. Thank you very much.
You hear a lot about the need for vigilance and being alert, but what does this mean? It means keeping your eyes and ears open. If something seems unusual in your neighborhood, during your commute, at work, or school, let us know. It may be nothing, but then again, if you suspect something, no matter how insignificant, contact the State Anti-Terrorism Tip Line.
Presented by Saturn, the Commonwealth's first line of defense.
While our children's eyes are filled with wonder and curiosity, we're left to wonder if they'll ever be able to handle the challenges of the real world. Look closely at who they already are, at the things they discover on their own. To a child, playtime is a rehearsal for the real world they will inherit as adults. It's where they learn to be tolerant, to share, to communicate how they feel, to dream. Don't underestimate the power of play.
Sometimes a pregnancy can surprise you. A multivitamin with folic acid taken every day as part of a healthy diet helps reduce the risk of certain birth defects. If you start before you're pregnant, March of Dimes, saving babies together.
Hey, Ricky called. He'll be here any minute.
So your son finally has time to visit us, huh?
He was fired yesterday. Don't say a thing to him.
Hey, big time! Heard you got the axe. At least you got a new suit out of it.
Don't listen to him. You're worrying too much.
I don't know, Pop.
You don't know what? If it was worth it?
Yeah.
You can't give up that easy.
Dad, you don't understand. You've always had your own business. You've never been fired.
I started this business because no one would hire me.
Come on. Really?
Yeah. So get over it. You're making your mom crazy. You're gonna be just fine, son.
Family.
Thanks, Dad.
Isn't it about time?
Here, take care of Mr. Big Time's laundry. He's got some interviews coming up.
From the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.